It's becoming more and more of a global marketplace,
right.
and it's inescapable, and you want to have a degree of stability, and that's all the more reason to get advice from
right.
you. Michael, you happen to have a background that I think is suited for financial management. You're not just a certified financial planner that has been a planner forever. You've actually done some real world corporate things, and even before
right.
that, tell me what your major was.
I have a degree in economics.
And that's from Columbia.
Columbia University, yes.
So a good school, and I think that economics is a great foundation for understanding the larger world of finance, if you will.
It is. It is a great foundation for what I do today. But it wasn't a direct path. I was in the consumer products industry for 15 years or 17 years before transitioning into this line of work. And but throughout that whole time, I was always interested, I found it very interesting how some people were able to invest and be successful, either creating wealth or holding on to wealth, and others seemed to struggle with it, no matter how hard they tried. And so that intrigued me. And now I think that what I've learned, it's probably. Well, now the term is behavioral economics. People do things that are not beneficial to them in the long run. I think, comparing that to classical economics, it's like people always make the best decisions for themselves. They will make decisions that benefit them the most, but, that's not always the case. So now there's the behavioral economics.
I went to school in Claremont. A lot of listeners know if they've heard me make reference to this in the past. And I was in a social clinical psychology program. And I remember when I took my economics classes that I saw economics sort of as social psychology, that there was behavioral elements
right.
related to either the collective behavior of a group of people, but also individually, that it was a behavior that led to more risky investment or
right.
less risky investment. And so I've oftentimes thought of financial planners as psychologists of sorts, behaviorists that help people curb those risky behaviors.
Right. Take some of the emotion out of it. And actually, it's not. We're not saying. Just be aware of those human behaviors. We're not saying don't ignore them and say, I have to work against them. Just be aware of them. And I'll give you an example. When 401ks first came out, it was always an opt-in. Like, I have to sign up. I have to determine how much salary I want to defer, or how much I want to put in the plan. What investments do I have, or what investments do I make in the plan? And now a lot of companies are having an opt-out strategy. So if you come to work at my company, you will X percentage of your salary will go into the 401k plan. It will be in this investment, and every year, your contribution as percentage of your salary may go up. So that is a one way that corporations have dealt with this behavioral economic issue of getting people to implement a plan. They know signing up for 401k is good for them, but maybe the inertia is not of not doing it is too great for them to overcome.
And again, you're not saying that you're telling your clients necessarily what they have to be doing, but rather what are some of the avenues to get to the goals that
right.
you've helped them clarify, because in many cases there's more than one way to achieve those goals, but you're helping them get to that goal by refining where they want to go, understanding
right.
where they are, and then implementing a plan for getting there that you monitor along the way. Michael, is there any advice that you would offer to a student or a young professional that's thinking about a career in financial planning?
Yeah, well, the first thing is to everybody starting out on a career is I know it's very difficult to project 30, 40 years out, and this gets back to the behavioral economics as well. But start saving and investing early. And get time working for you. So I think for all people starting in the workforce that they should do that. And then if you're interested in this field, find somebody that has been around and ask them questions. Someone like myself or somebody that's in the business already and in the field already, and get a deeper understanding of what it entails and see if you would like to pursue this profession.
Well, if there are any young students or young professionals out there who want to learn more and they want to get in touch with you, I'm sure they're going to know how to Google CPC advisors. Yep. But I will say that you can go to www.cpcadvisors.com if you have any interest in working with Michael McCool and the folks at CPC Advisors, because as we said at the onset of the program, good financial management is so important to so many people, and aside from folks that blindly want to get rich quick, a good financial management firm can help you achieve goals, including wealth and smart ways of getting to that goal. You've been listening to The Business Hour. We've been with Michael McCool. I want to thank you, Michael, for taking the time to be on the program.
It's great to be here. Thank you.
We're on Fridays from 10 to 11 a.m. here at America's Web Radio. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you on the radio and the Internet next week.
You're listening to America's Web Radio on the AmericasBroadcastNetwork.com. Thank you for listening.
Whether cruising the Strip in a 57 Chevy or taking the family on a vacation in a 71 Oldsmobile Vista Cruiser, you need to tune in to Classic Cars with Steve Ronaldo and Jim Weber every Saturday from 8 to 9 a.m.